Welcome to Rooted in Liberty, the podcast where small town stories meet unbelievable truths. Here, we sit back, relax, and share the kind of tales you just can't make up. These are the true, yet extraordinary moments from our own lives. Stories that could only happen in a place like Liberty, Kentucky.
Happy New Year.
All right.
You didn't say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You filthy
Are
animal.
you serious? Y'all ain't wearing these things either the whole episode, Josh.
You can't even feel them on your head.
I love you, but
Not wearing that.
You don't know what I gave them.
Mine was already broken.
probably $1 plus tax.
$1.25.
Dollar
It's outrageous. Buy one, get three free. Cause
I was going to get, they had like a 3-pack of like tiaras, but I didn't think we should wear tiaras.
I appreciate that. Tiaras and princess.
Yeah. So we'll try, this might be our new thing, like sound effects.
Sound effects.
Can we do a turkey call?
Can't even
Blow pretty hard on it.
You're doing the rubber.
You sound like you're calling a load of clowns.
That's the rubber ducky call.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, rubber ducky.
All right. Well, hey, we're back. It is New Year's Eve.
New Year's.
Is it New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
I don't know. Could be.
It was a beautiful day today. It rained all day yesterday, and it's going to rain all day tomorrow. But it was a beautiful day today.
Yeah, right. Beautiful day. And we had a fun Christmas episode last week.
Yeah, did it? Yeah.
Barely remembered.
But what did we talk about? Were you there?
We talked about Bigfoot. We talked about killing turkeys with mailboxes.
Trying to.
Black Panthers. We exchanged gifts.
The yellow box.
Yeah, I'm wearing your gift. You got me.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where? Oh, the underwear. What color did you go with?
Let's go black.
Black. Yeah, I don't like black.
That's my favorite.
I got this. Look at here. We finally figured it out.
We did.
But I think that's how it goes. That's how
You're supposed to drink it.
That's how I go drink. Pour that everywhere.
But
Yeah, it's got the branded on there.
we hope that you all had a good Christmas. Yes. Hope that you got plenty of gifts.
Yeah, got one know when you done.
And yeah, I mean,
I can't tell. I guess
what'd you get?
I got. I got some great stuff, buddy.
Yeah, what'd you get your
Well, I
wife?
got some new cowboy boots. I did.
I got me a new pair of boots for Christmas too.
Yeah. Got my wife. She got one of those purses from Vera Bradley, and we got her some other stuff.
When did you give it to her?
We gave her on Christmas Day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. We were up in Louisville.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Time travel, buddy.
Yeah.
In different time zones.
Well, yeah, that's it. Time zones confuse me.
Right.
Don't do away
with slow time, fast time. I'm just on time anytime.
Yeah. Oh,
It always dates me when I go down to Nashville because Nashville is Central Time.
are they?
Yeah.
So is Adair County.
Yeah. I had turned
Right
my
over
phone.
there.
What are we? Eastern?
We're Eastern.
All right.
Eastern
We're right
Standard.
time.
Right time. Eastern Standard and Central.
Standard.
Is it Central Standard?
Yes.
CTS? CSC.
Oh, this you're watching this on Eastern Time Zone.
Yeah. So, again, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
It is, I can't remember. Is today New Year's Day?
It should be New Year's.
So, it's 2025.
Man, that's
It's
crazy.
going to be a great year.
It's nice and stuff.
Feels like it ain't out here yet. But, yeah, it's nice and cool in here.
It is.
We got our 4 heaters on,
I do.
2 tall black ones and 2 short gray ones. They ain't much punkin'. Is the best way to put it. They ain't much punkin'.
No, it wasn't bad last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to turn them on before we get in here,
Yeah.
but I mean, it just goes to nowhere. But hopefully here soon that this could be our last episode with this setup.
In here, could be. We may be somewhere new.
We're trying to find that out.
We've looked at a place or two. Just,
All right.
hey, we need sponsors to pay for our bills. our podcast bills. I'm not going to take your money and pay off my house. But maybe one day,
Josh is over quantum buddy. Don't even tell me.
maybe, hey, if y'all want to do a good deed,
Right, give us a
get
donation.
with me. And I got all kinds of debt you can pay off
Right.
and be glad for it. You know, I got a house needs paid for.
Right. You got 3 kids.
You got 3 kids, bring dog, 2 cats. We had some chickens, but something killed them. Anyway,
More than one wife.
we got Tanner. I got my first wife. She's at home. We got Tanner here. He's my big baby brother.
Right.
He's big.
Hey, get this. Hold on.
What is it?
We need to get him a new hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
He got holes in his clothes.
That's all right,
If
bro.
I get a pair or some clothes that don't have holes ripped in them, I got a problem.
Yeah,
They're in ventilation.
that's what it is. Yeah.
All right.
Well, it made me think of a funny story, but I can't tell it on here. It ain't been approved.
Me and Josh said we had to sit down and approve stories.
Yeah. I gotta keep them clean.
Right.
I was told by the wife first couple I wasn't allowed to tell.
Good. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Well, Tanner, what you? I know you're back here. This is storytelling, story time. So, what are we talking about tonight?
Well, I was wanting to talk about, I guess you call it near-death experiences. Experience where you do stupid stuff that could easily died. Just
riding with Josh.
Riding with me.
potentially.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I told a story that they were about killed me and Daniel,
All right.
but I'm not a bad driver.
All right. I'm a pretty good driver.
In Louisville,
All right.
not down here, you ain't.
We other day or a couple weeks ago we went to the hospital, and
Yeah, it'd have been a couple weeks ago, wasn't it?
a couple weeks ago we were trying to, but we went to visit one of our friends from church. He had a little surgery done.
Yeah, I thought a bat just flew through here.
But it was a fly on that lane. I saw a big.
We'll give a little shout out to our little buddy Derek. He had colectomy.
His tonsils take her out.
He's like 45 years old. I don't know why he waited so long.
I remember when I was 4, had mine out.
Yeah,
I was young.
yeah. He waited till he got old.
But anyways, we were down there to visit him, and so there's a spot right there. And what I do, I parallel parked.
Can you parallel park?
Can you parallel park?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like doing it. I ain't gonna say I can't do it. I don't like first. I mean, I can back a trailer. I can do anything.
I can't back a trailer in for nothing.
You're not a man.
Back a parallel park like it's nobody's business.
Yeah. Well,
That's my fear. I have anxiety. If I ever drive a truck with a trailer,
yeah.
I'll have a heart attack.
I'm gonna have to take you.
And then y'all have some video footage.
Yeah, we're gonna
Fine.
video it for sure.
Well, I've always wanted to sit at the boat ramp, cheer them on for a few
You ever
hours.
seen those videos of those
Like on my head.
videos of these guys that go to the boat ramp and just, they score, they're backing in, and some lady gets mad.
Yeah.
She's a Karen and
Yeah.
and they're just rooting on people backing it in.
Yeah. And they get mad. I want to do it so bad. I think it'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be the guy sitting there with a sign that says $5 and I'll back your boat in.
And I would pay it every time.
Yeah.
But you're talking about near life death experiences. I had this happen to me first time I ever drove a 0-turn mower.
He gonna steal show here, Tanner.
Hey, go for it.
All right, let's hear it.
It's super quick.
Let's hear it.
Got and this was when we just moved our house. We just moved from Louisville. I went from a little tiny. You remember all of that?
Hold on. I've been to that house. It is completely flat.
I know it's one tree in the back corner.
I ain't going to the backyard.
We went from a house where I didn't need a push mower no more. I was like, if I push
Too
mower
big a
this,
yard.
too big yard. So my father-in-law brought over his dad's Tiger 0-turn.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
Your father-in-law, I like him.
He was the best father-in-law I ever had.
Hey, good fella.
His name's Daryl.
Daryl.
I can't never remember if it's Daryl or Robert.
His last name's Roberts.
Well, that's why I get confused. It's either Robert Darrells or Daryl Roberts. Does he watch this show?
No, probably not.
Yeah, around that well.
Probably not.
Anyways, he brought over his daddy's mower.
Right, like a 60-inch Tiger Skag mower. You know, that thing's like worth more than my car.
Oh yeah.
And Marlena, you know, we didn't have a fence at the time. He's like, "Hey, hop on that." And I said, "All right." Vroom, shoot. I don't know which, because I didn't really never drove one, so
Yeah.
I see like people. Okay, I could handle this. You know, and I hit it, turn it, I get it going straight towards that tree. I didn't know how to stop. I just freaked out because, I mean, my yard has no trees, back corner, little tiny dip, hill, tree, and I'm going full speed. Marlene's got it on video somewhere.
I remember the first time Dad let me use a lawnmower. We didn't do one of those little. We didn't. No, we couldn't afford zero turn. They still don't have zero turn.
No,
But they had.
this is my new ride back here.
They probably had an old.
yeah.
They probably had an old Craftsman mower.
Yeah. Like we're at that.
Like that, yeah.
That's what I got because the zero turn wasn't happening.
And I can vaguely remember. Of course, we had trees and stuff in the yard, and I didn't hit a tree. But remember that old swing set we had? Oh,
I do remember this.
You remember when it happened? So I'm gonna see it plain as day. I don't remember all the details, but I remember being on that mower, and I either I hopped off, or
I thought you got caught by the swing.
the swing knocked me off.
Oh no! I just see that swing catching your neck and just.
I feel like, did the mower climb up on the post, or did I get knocked off and the mower kept going?
Mower kept going. I was behind you because I was little. I wanted to do it too, but I was too little. But I remember you coming off that thing with the swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the mower kept going. Somebody had to go catch it.
Yeah.
That was back before they shut off when you got off of it.
Yeah, like that thing. They got the seats.
Yeah. I
So-
don't remember. It's a vague memory.
I'll tell you, we were cutting grass back here, and Zachary's on the big tractor, and I'm on my little Craftsman because we want to try to knock it out quick. Well, I'm down there. I'll clean around this pond with that little thing right there.
Yeah.
I went down.
Straight in toward the water.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And
What happened?
I kept going. That front tire hit the water.
Yeah.
I jumped off. I thought I'm gonna play this off.
The captain goes down with his ship.
Well, I was in like a foot of water.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna play this off. I'm gonna try to back it up, put in reverse. Nope, can't get up there. Can't get it up there. Put this thing in neutral. I'm gonna push it up there.
Yeah.
And then I hear noise. I look up. There's Marion laughing.
Yeah.
A guy changed his head.
Old guy at church.
Oh, you all go? Why are you going down there?
Yeah. Came all down there.
It's like that. You can't park there.
So he pulled you out.
He pulled me out,
You
and I
remember-
learned my lesson.
So me and Tanner used to mow here at the church when we were kids.
Yeah,
We mowed, and
same size as.
Pretty much.
yeah, I mowed on the big mower most generally. Tanner mowed over the little Cub Cadet mower that he
Okay.
mowed on, and when he would mow certain spots,
That's what it would
front
be.
yards or something.
Yeah, usually I take the front of the church, front of the house.
Yeah.
A little backyard here. Zachary's pretty much
Yeah.
part about back.
And when Tanner would get done, we had a little Murray mower with no deck on it,
Okay.
and we had a sweeper. Tanner would get on that and he'd sweep this backyard, because the grass gets thick back there.
Yes.
I hated that.
And then you'd have to go. I mean, you'd make 100 trips. Seem like you'd go.
You take it
fill
to the
up.
woods to dump it.
Yeah. But I can remember one point in time that tractor there, and I ain't gonna teach you how to do it because you'll kill yourself. But you can lock down the throttle, meaning you can push it down and lock it to where you can take your foot off, kind of like cruise control.
Okay.
But we used to jump off of it whenever we done that, and then run and try to jump back on it before something happened.
But the issue I had with that,
Remember that?
Yeah.
did y'all have this issue too, being taller? My knee is right there, where
Yeah.
and I would do something, it would knock it slower,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
because the fast will be towards you.
Yeah. On the throttle. Yeah. But I'm talking the foot throttle.
Oh, okay.
See, I just use the foot throttle.
I didn't know there was a foot throttle.
Yeah, there's a pedal right over there, gas pedal.
But I'm talking about like the little rabbit speeds.
Yeah, which same thing.
Oh,
When you pull that down, it goes. The pedal goes down. It's all attached.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, It
It took me a little bit.
You've never been on a tractor before.
You know what? You know how I did the reverse?
Huh.
I would take I didn't realize there was, I don't know. There's like a spot for your heel you can hit.
Yeah.
I was doing it a weird way. And then one day I was like, why is this like this? And I'm like, I'm doing the complete, I've never been on a tractor before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm learning.
That's all right. Go home and get on your son's farming simulator and take game, and you'll learn something.
All right. So back to near life.
The near death. Let's hear it. Near life.
Near life. Near death.
Well, do y'all want to hear the motorcycle or the water stories? But I got a couple water stories.
Let's go water stories. I don't have any motorcycle stories.
Just if we go blow it.
So,
Well, I don't know. I've actually,
It's not a sucker.
I feel like it's a cigar.
We should have got some cigars.
so I'll tell the one about me and Ethan at the lake. You remember it?
Yeah, I remember it. Down at Holmes Bend.
Yeah. You ever been Holmes Bend?
Yep.
All right. So if you go to the very last campsites,
Okay.
go all the way back into the woods.
Down the hill.
I'm wanting to say it's number 104 and 105.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our family, and then our uncle John and his family, our two cousins who are our age, we was all down there camping.
Okay.
Well, right behind our campsite was a little trail, and you went probably a quarter mile down this ridge, and you almost had to climb down, but it's a path to the water.
Okay.
And it's just this little cove. Well, me and Ethan was down there one day, and we're by ourselves. Parents don't know we're down there. Now, keep in mind, how old do you think we're, Lord?
All right.
How old do you think we was down? Because I don't remember. We was little.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, y'all would have been
12.
10, 12,
10 or
13,
12
something
year
like
old.
that.
Okay.
So, we wanted to go over to the swimming area.
Okay.
Well, from our campsite to the swimming area, I want to say it was 1.2 miles.
Okay.
And we didn't feel like walking that far.
Okay.
But we figured we're already at the lake, at the water.
We'll swim there.
No, we figured, well, instead of going all the way around this way, it's straight shot, has to be. So without telling our parents, we just took off around the lake. No one knew where we was.
Right against right where the water melts.
Just walking.
Following this shoreline.
Okay. I thought maybe like made a raft or something.
But this is wooded. He said shoreline. Now this is lakes on one side and the woods is on the other, and there's rocks and
You got
cliffs.
rocks, cliff sides. So we ended up, we're going and we're going and we're going. Come to find out, it's almost 3.4 miles all the way around this big spot and on the lake that we took.
A lot farther than they thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But this whole time, we're wearing boots, pants, shirt, swimming across 40-foot, 50-foot wide coves, scaling rock walls, trying to get around this thing. And we're getting tired. We've been gone for hours. We tried flagging out a boat, and we're over here. We're trying to flag them down.
You and your hitchhiker stories.
Yeah. Well, we had one guy wave back at us from a pontoon.
Yeah.
That made me mad because he just waved back. So we kept on walking.
Or at least he waved.
Right.
Yeah.
He just thought y'all being polite.
Yeah. So we went for, I want to say it was 4 hours that we walked. We finally make it to the swimming area, and we are starting to swim across this big cove to get to where the road is.
Okay.
And Mom and Aunt Jenny pulls up.
Oh no.
They have, if I remember right, I need to talk to Mom. I know they had already called my grandpa to say we've lost Tanner at the lake. I don't know if they had just called the law or if they were about to call the
I
law.
don't remember.
I don't remember.
They probably needed to call the law after
Probably
they.
needed to. But
So
they,
how long you think you've been wandering around here?
around the lake, about 4 hours.
What, 4 hours?
And
And you didn't tell them you were heading out.
They didn't have a clue where they was.
at this point, they thought we had done fell in the lake and died.
Or drowned. Yeah. I was the golden child at this moment.
Yeah.
But I could do no wrong.
But I call that, like I say, that's near death experience because you see kids all the time step into a lake and they drown.
Yeah.
Right.
But something could have happened bad.
But 90s kids are made a little different.
Yeah, we just persevered. But
Persevere.
The following weekend, whenever they got back home.
Yeah, y'all about died when you got home, when your mom got home.
Yeah. Well, they get back home. They're from Lincoln County.
Okay.
They go to church. They're telling this story to the people at their church. And this boy goes, "That was y'all?"
They drove by you.
He's the one that waved at us on the pontoon. There's a boy they go to church with. He said, "I didn't know who he was. I just waving."
Yeah. That's nice of them.
We was hollering, trying to get people to come over, give us a ride. Wouldn't nobody do it.
So moral of the story, don't drive with Tanner. Or don't ride with Tanner.
Hang on now.
Oh, okay.
It got to the point we didn't know how far we were going. Because once we start keeping going around turns and turns, right, we went the wrong way or something. We started carving arrows into rocks in our initial. Like, we gonna be on like a Survivor series or something.
Hey, dude, you just never know.
Yeah, you know.
You survived. You're still here.
But yeah, that was
How much trouble? How did you get grounded?
we didn't get
grounded at
Did you get whippings?
a lot.
There's a topic on my phone about whippings.
About whippings?
Weapons. And I mean, I don't have any near-death experience. The only near-death experiences I have involve my dad with a belt.
Or a water hose.
Or, now, Chris, let's just roll right into this because, we're talking about it. We can come back to another near-death experience in a minute. How many whippings, Chris, did you get as a child?
0.
0. Now, you were the baby.
Right.
This is a Sadie. This is our Sadie right here. Right.
Now,
A younger
were
sister.
you just a really good kid or was you just the baby?
I mean, my parents were older, but I mean, I don't know. We were always gone playing sports and stuff, so I was never really.
You didn't
you
get
had
into stuff like
Yeah,
we
but
did?
he had to have done wrong. I mean, even a golden child does wrong and needs a whooping.
I got a whooping in school one time. I was a senior
Yeah.
at the Christian school I went to. They still spanked you for getting in trouble.
I was about to say, how old are you?
It was her grandpa that came down to preach for her.
What'd you do?
We were throwing food at lunch.
Oh, that's right. He was your principal, wasn't he?
Well, he was just the person in charge.
Oh.
He was laughing. He said, "Boys, take your wallets out."
Yeah.
He said, "If I was right there, I've been doing the same thing." And go, "Pow."
Yeah. You just get one lick?
As far as I remember, yeah.
Oh,
we were that.
goodness. And laughing. It hurt? Okay. The only time I ever laughed during a whipping is if mom was giving it to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've had some whippings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I don't remember all of and before the world gets a hold of this, we weren't beat. We weren't abused as kids. When they whipped us, it was on the butt, and if they missed just a little, it might have got you on the top of the thigh, the backside there. But it was aimed for discipline, not abuse. So
What about
chill
saying?
out.
I believe we were raised very well.
Yeah. Y'all turned out to be some tickled, fine gentlemen.
For how I was raised and the whippings that I got,
Now, let me ask you this. How many whippings have you handed out now since you've been a parent?
I'll give you an example real quick.
Y'all change real.
You think about
Y'all got quiet real quick.
But listen,
A lot.
yeah, I mean, I whip my kids. Just
Right.
why not?
All right. Cool.
I can't been down pick it. I'll get that in a minute. Get this.
Okay.
We were at Christmas at my grandpa's the other day.
Yeah.
You were there, but you wasn't there for this. You were in a different room.
Y'all did Christmas already at your grandpa's?
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
There you go.
I was about to say,
All day. All day.
All right. This is about 2 months. That's a month ago.
My grandpa's in his chair, and I'm sitting on the couch. There's a cup holder here, and I got a can of Mountain Dew in it. And Luke, my little 1.5-year-old, is running around, and he grabbed that can, and I quit. I didn't want him to spill it or reach in there and cut his finger. Told him quit. 2 or 3 times. Then he gets to where he testing you.
Yeah, right.
He'll get mad because you're telling him to stop doing something, and he'll wait till you ain't looking. He'll haul off, and he'll pick it up and drop it, or he's gonna touch it one last time.
All right. He's getting his.
Well, he did that, and he spilled a little bit of it, and I spun him around, or he spun around, and I grabbed him by the arm, and I come and I whipped him one good lick, and he come up off the ground. I mean, I lifted him up, hit him. I hit him hard enough to get his attention.
All right.
My grandpa never said a word, which it's my kid.
All right.
Now, we'll come back to him in a minute, but I vaguely remember ever being disciplined by my grandpa.
Right.
Maybe a time or two. Yeah, maybe if we
once or
did
twice.
something really wrong.
Normally it was grandma. He raised his voice and we were down. We
knew.
out.
You knew.
So, but he disciplined his kids.
Right.
But the old saying, well, grandparents don't do that. They don't discipline grandkids, and this would be his grandson.
Right.
So, anyways, I whipped him one leg good and hard, got his attention. Mom come in there and picked him up and consoled him. Yeah. And that was the end of it. A couple of days go by, week goes by. Mom tells me, she says, the next day, she had talked, which would be her dad, my grandpa, her dad. He called her.
He didn't like what he saw.
And he didn't like what he saw. She said something to him. He said, oh, I didn't sleep a wink. Well, what's wrong? Well, I was thinking about Luke, my boy. And she's thinking, what's wrong with Luke? We know what's going on. He said, Josh whipped him the other yesterday. Hit him so hard, jerked him up off the ground. That little boy just cried. I just felt so sorry for him. I ain't slept a wink. Been thinking about it all night. And I'm over here. Are you serious?
All right.
What happened to the,
All right. We're ready.
hellfire and brimstone kind of beatings I got as a kid?
Let me ask you this. So your dad, puts his foot down with y'all. All right.
Oh, yeah.
What about how's he with the kids? Y'all's kids? Whole different
To
person.
my knowledge, he's never disciplined as far as a whipping or something like
Whole
that.
different person.
But yeah, mom same way. Oh, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Is that was you walk it off, put dirt on it?
Well, also, our sister was 10 years younger than him and 8 years younger than me.
Shoot.
And it was like being the stuff she's done.
Yeah.
We look at mom and dad and we look at each other. Like, if we would have done that,
Hey,
mom would have chased us.
some of the things she says to mom and dad,
All right. They're buddies.
I'd have had false teeth years ago. Years. They'd have knocked my teeth out if I'd have said
They're a
things
lot
like that.
cheaper. Everybody had cheaper.
But no, it's just different times.
All right.
And she's a girl, I guess. I mean,
Now, I do remember, like, when we were kids, dad would discipline us for doing stupid stuff. Like, one time, Josh hit a car with a walnut going down the road.
that's my story.
I know, hang on. But he got a whipping. He's doing something.
Say what?
Now,
Okay.
when we got older, teenage years, which we were bigger than dad. Dad's short,
Yeah.
but dad's stout.
Yeah.
And
He got farm strength, right?
I remember twice, me and him, I guess you'd call it, had words one time.
Yeah,
Wasn't a whooping, but we kind of got into a little bit of a shoving match.
And you said, if you're big enough, let's go.
Yeah, pretty much. The other time, not a word was said. I was doing something with Josh, was working on in the backer, and all of a sudden, but I think I was standing on a gate in a wagon, my feet come together. I still this day don't know what I did wrong, but me and dad went throwing each other into the barn wall,
Okay.
and not a word was said. I finally just let go and walked away. I don't think we've had a problem since then.
I think the maddest I remember seeing my dad, I was probably 7 or 8 playing baseball in the backyard. I had one of those tees that had a rubber ball, string attached to it. I decided, hey, I don't need this. I put a real baseball on there. Well, I hit that thing. And I'm probably from me to this camera, or me to you, away from my back of my house, my old house. That thing went straight through the double pane window in our back. And I just remember, I just ran because I knew, oh no. Yep. I don't know what came across my mind, but I don't know why. Like, I'm tired of hitting this ball that's going to come back to me. Let's put a real one on here.
Yeah.
And I did.
That's so what happens. Send her right through the house.
And that's not just the most expensive window in that house, on that house.
Yeah. So my whippings.
Yeah.
One of the earliest I remember. So there at Dad's barn, he's filled it in and whatnot now, but used to be between the barn and the road, there was no loading dock. It's just a dugout spot in the ground where they back trucks in, gate truck stuff, what they'd load on. And he's filled that in, but there was a walnut tree stood there.
Oh, okay.
And what I would do is I gathered up a bunch of walnuts one day and I'd lay against that bank So you got the road, the ditch, and then there's a little hump, little bank, and I'd lay against that. I was tucked away, you couldn't see me if you was coming up or down the road. And there'd a car would go by, and I'd throw a walnut out after the car went by. Well, I don't know, I was being stupid, just play it.
Oh no.
Well, one day 2 cars come down the road, but they sounded like one. And I threw a walnut out, and it hit this car, and I don't know if it broke anything or not, and probably from their perspective, if they're driving down the road, this walnut didn't fall out of the tree. It come out of the ground and shot up. And they hit the tar. And I can remember, I could hear it, tires squealing. And then everything goes dark. I don't remember nothing for a second.
He blacked out.
But Dad he was in the barn doing something. And he jerked me up out of that ditch. I never did see the car, never did see the people.
You thought you were the walnut.
He jerked me up out of that ditch, and he took me in the barn there, and we got a little room beside the old stripping room. And
What kind of room?
stripping room. Oh, stripping the back out.
Okay.
I knew you was gonna say something like yeah. And he took me in this room. He had an old water hose laying there. And I don't know if he said this, but in my memory, it feels like he said, "How much you want?" And he took his knife or something, and he cut off a strip of that water hose. And he took me outside and wore me out with that thing, which I don't know why he didn't just use his belt. He used his belt any other day of the week.
Because that was right
that
there.
old water hose, they're flexible. They'll wrap around you a little bit. I mean, you get burned up. Probably I can't grow no hair on my upper legs.
You're trying. You got a handicap, buddy.
So that was one that I remember.
Oh no.
But my last,
So you don't know if it like damaged that car,
have a clue.
or you don't remember.
Don't know. I mean, it probably didn't. It probably didn't hurt the car, but it freaked them out, and they're in the barn, and I'm outside, and he hears tires squealing, and then he comes out, and they said this happened, and
There's Josh in the ditch.
with a pile of walnuts waiting on the next. So,
Oh, buddy.
but the last whipping I got, I remember plain as day.
Was it last year?
I was 16 years old,
Oh, okay.
and it was one of the worst ones I've had, and I deserved every bit of it.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what happened in the beginning, but Mom and Dad's house is short. You've been in there.
Yeah.
Me and Tanner, we're 6'5", 6'6".
It's meant for people that's 4'5".
Yeah. And they build houses like that to keep heat down because, everybody heated with a wood stove. So I thought I heard music.
Yeah.
So anyways, me and Tanner can almost tiptoe and touch the ceiling. It's got 7-foot ceilings in it. And for what me and him was arguing about something, and I got mad, and I had a little temper back then, and I would hit something, I'd punch something or whatever. There wasn't nothing in that room to punch except the ceiling. And I just got mad and, and punched, and my fist went through the ceiling. I mean, it went in about yay deep. And I'm like, and you could see the blood just
We're watching them.
steam come out of his ears.
I wish y'all had cell phones. Cause it'd be like this.
Oh, yeah. So punched it. You can see him mad, and it's just immediate. Like,
Is that when you locked yourself in the bathroom?
that's where we're getting.
Oh, okay.
He takes that belt off, and I took off running. So
Do it.
I run through the old kitchen, which isn't there now.
I'm surprised you didn't hit your head on that beam.
Well, I ducked. I run through the kitchen and into the bathroom, and I shut the door. And at this time, this was the old part of the house.
Okay.
The laundry room and the bathroom was together. What's the problem? You're looking kind of confused, Tanner.
Oh,
We built the addition when I was in the 6th grade. You wouldn't have been 16.
Well, why you got to confuse the story here?
he was doing so good.
I thought the time you went to the bathroom was whenever you was messing around in church, and Dad said you wait till we get home. And that's when you took off running. As soon
What
as
I
you
do
got
at the
to dark.
church?
I don't know.
Probably not. So he's probably hiding in the bathroom more than one time.
Go ahead. We run into this problem with stories sometime. He remembers it different than I, but it's my story, so I'm gonna tell it the way I want to tell it.
Apologize. Go ahead.
Fact checker said you're wrong.
We'll see what Dad says.
Fake news.
I run in the bathroom,
Me
and I
neither.
remember Mom standing there at the kitchen sink washing dishes.
All right.
I run past her and go into the bathroom, shut the door. And that bathroom was the one where when you walked in, the washer and dryer was on the left, bathtub on the right, then a sink, and the toilet set center, and the window behind it. Now, why I didn't climb out that window, I'll never know. Should have just climbed out that window and went on, but I didn't. And my wife might agree with you. My mouth gets me in trouble a lot.
Oh yeah.
Dad on the other side of that door. And these doors ain't made of nothing. They're just flimsy little doors. Mom's standing there washing dishes, and she's telling me to be quiet. She knows what's coming. And Dad's standing on the other side of the door, and he's saying, you need to open that door, get what's coming to you. And I don't remember what all was said.
All right.
But he walked away. And instead of me being quiet, I said something to the effect, you better keep on walking, or yeah, go on, or something like that.
That's right, old man.
It's the last thing I remember from as far as words being spoken.
You blocked out again.
He come through that door, through the door.
My dad,
It
broke
come
the
off the
door.
hinges. It broke the latch.
But he's let us squeal out.
Oh, I can remember going. I mean, the doorman knocked me down. I don't remember, but I can see it plain as day.
It's like one of those cartoons where they hit the door.
Yeah.
And the door, and them still running with the door.
I can see it right now. I'm laying on my back. My arms, my feet's a kicking. My arms are doing this, and Dad's got one hand, and he's holding my arms back, and he's got a belt in the other, and he's just there. He's giving it to me. And Mom's standing there. I told you ought to be quiet. You shouldn't have been. I told you not to be saying what you're saying. You knew what was coming.
yeah.
No, it's okay.
He let me have it. So that was the last whipping I had.
So I remember that, but for some reason I thought there was something different beforehand.
Because they said, Tanner, go to your room, Tanner.
No, I standing right there in the kitchen watching.
I really wish y'all had cell phone cameras.
It'd been nice.
Hey, yeah, we could have had some fun videos, but whippings, and I've had plenty. I've been whipped with switches, belts, a hand, a paddle, a brush, tobacco stick.
That's the worst.
Dad, he would just, whatever was handy.
Let's do this here. Comment on what's the worst thing you've been whipped by.
I've heard of kids getting whipped by an extension cord. Mama whipped up an extension cord and just whatever. Now listen, if all you ever got whipped with was a fly swatter, we don't want to hear from you.
Yeah.
We want to hear from y'all, and we don't want to hear if you got abused as a child. But we don't want to go down that road.
Right.
We just want to know about the good, clean,
All right.
well-deserved
Discipline.
whippings that you got as a kid.
All right. I wish we could get Sadie on here and have her tell her story. How many whippings she's got.
Well, that's pretty. I mean, we could tell it for you.
Yeah. I can't remember a single one.
I mean, I remember Dad telling her to pick stuff up outside. You know, you're going to do this, pick this up, whatever. I ain't doing that. It's going out. And I'm like,
He's taking his belt off. He's taking his belt up.
you're getting scared. Yeah, calm down. It's all right.
He's having flashbacks. Yeah.
Now I do remember once Dad, like she would try to walk away. She was little, but Dad made the point. No, pick it up. And she'd get mad to try to walk away. He'd pick it up. And she eventually,
I think they
picked up
set the
whatever.
floor for an hour or
So
so.
it was a while.
And he made her.
She was
This is like a dog,
stubborn as
like a dog, like pick it up and put its face in whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, this was when she was probably 3. She was a stubborn little girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think she listened to this, but
No, she does.
oh, she does.
She does, yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. I don't care. You got any other whipping stories or near-death stories there?
I got 2 more of the near deaths.
What time are we? We are. I ain't trying to rush you. Just
About 30 minutes. Let me we do this ad read real fast.
okay. Go ahead.
Yep. Are you looking for a little something to brighten your day?
Might be.
Say hello to Vintage Honey, located right in Liberty, Kentucky. We're all about crafting small batch lemonade. What's funny?
I wouldn't like.
I thought you laughed.
No.
All right,
No, go ahead.
they're all about crafting small batch lemonade items that truly capture the essence of our community. From sweet and tangy to bold and refreshing, every sip's made with love and a whole lot of local flavor. Whether you're grabbing a drink for yourself or looking for the perfect treat to share, Vintage Honey is here to bring a taste of joy to your day. You can find here at the Bread of Life, and there's 2 places in Russell Springs. There,
One is Save a Lot with or the other one.
that was that fruit market.
Fruit market, yeah.
Fruit market.
Yeah, something like farmer.
Something, yeah.
Vintage honey.
Find them on. Happy New Year. Sorry.
A little bit loud.
All right.
Hey, everybody should drink more lemonade in 2025.
Right. Everybody,
You should buy it from
Vintage
Honey.
honey lemonade.
Vintage Honey, the official sponsor of Rooted in Liberty podcast.
Yeah.
And
I can't do this thing.
where you're trying to blow in your nose. Don't see that the video of the kid has the recorders. He's got 2 recorders, and they're instead of like
He's playing it with his nose.
he's playing I don't know, like hot cross buns with his these recorders. I can't believe y'all never had recorders.
I still don't know what you're talking about. I
It's like it's a
harmonica.
It's a flute, little plastic flute that
I know what you're talking about.
every 5th grade student in Bullitt County had to have a recorder class. I don't know why, but
We didn't do it.
I know.
We didn't do
well, I know y'all just had, Casey County's different down here. Y'all just now got computers.
We're behind,
Yeah,
but we like it that way.
I do.
I'd prefer it to be that way.
I'll tell you a little funny about me moving down here. First time I went to the gas station up here at the S&T. I stood there about 5 minutes trying to figure out where I put my debit card in.
Oh yeah, every gas station they'll have 2 or 3 of them, and you're just looking at him. This one.
Well, they don't have a
No. He's meaning there's no cut. You got to pay inside. S&T, you just flip the lever.
Pump.
Yeah.
They go to the pump.
He's standing there.
Well, heck,
Where
there's advance from man and Papa's old store.
Yeah, I know.
But then, so I went in and figured out, kind of watch somebody.
There we go. You don't want to ask.
Yeah. So then it gets better. I go and pay, I tell Charlie there, give me $20.
His name was Jay.
And whatever. I thought it was Charlie.
No.
Oh, it was Martha and Charlie.
Martha and Jay.
Oh, I thought it was Charlie.
It's not Charlie. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay.
It's not Sam Cat.
That's a different one.
Oh.
He ain't there anymore.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so I go in there and I go back out. I don't know what to do. I pay.
How to pump gas.
Why won't it come out?
Take it off. I'm thinking, there's got to be a trick to this.
Yeah.
So I watched and I waited. And then, it takes 15 minutes because not everybody stops at this gas
It's
station.
not a busy store.
Yeah. And then
So you waited for somebody else to show up to get gas.
I just kind of played dumb. I got my phone out on YouTube.
Yeah.
I put in the store looking.
They're not going to pump his gas.
That guy's special.
Yeah.
That poor guy's special. And I finally figured out. And then I didn't realize, it took me for the longest time. I was like, why does he tell me 1 or 2? I didn't realize there's
Numbers on the pump.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my good old coming down to the country. And then what people give in checks.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't had checks up there in the last 15 years.
I still write checks.
I know. I didn't even know how to write a check.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the last time I wrote a check.
Far as gas pumps go, and the you people
Now,
out
people,
there,
why do you got to be you people?
well, but I didn't mean it racist at all. It was meant you people, y'all over there,
Y'all
watching.
watch.
If anyone is from Oregon or New Jersey, please confirm this for me. But I was told that in those 2 states, it is illegal for you to pump your own gas. You pull up to a gas station.
Service stations.
Yeah, you pull up to a gas station, and it is illegal for you to get out and pump your own gas. Somebody has to come out and do it for you.
That's called your husband.
No, it's something to do with the law.
Okay.
You'll get in trouble if you try to
Why
pump
don't
your
you
own
look
gas.
ask Siri on your phone?
I don't do Siri.
Oh,
Me and her don't get along.
okay. I thought about changing yours to Sarah for you.
Yeah.
So you'd be like you're talking to Andy Griffith.
Yeah. Sarah, get me 842.
But don't we still have a full service station here in Liberty?
Yeah, there's
Bar station.
Yeah, they'll do it for you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's like a statewide thing. You're not allowed to pump your own gas.
Okay.
So y'all let me know if that's true or not.
If you got any cool gas station stories, let us know.
Let's hear you near death.
Near death.
All right. Now this one, it's a little more like I probably was very close. So if you go down at the end of the road down here and you take a right at the church
Okay.
on the lower Brush Creek, Upper Brush Creek.
Lower.
It's Lower Brush Creek. So if you go right on Lower Brush Creek, you'll go around maybe 2 curves, and there's a little gravel chute off, goes to the creek.
Okay.
All right. That's Brush Creek.
Right.
Well, it was flooded one time here down here in Casey County. And me and a few of my buddies decided it'd be a good idea to take a boat and put it on the creek. Now, this creek normally ain't about a foot deep where you drive across. Huh?
A creek?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's like you get in your neck.
Kaylee makes fun of me all the time the way I talk. Sorry.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm with you here.
So the creek
There you go.
was flooded. The stream was flooded. And then whenever I say it's flooded, usually it's like a foot or better.
Yeah, it ain't
I mean, it ain't very deep where you drive across.
Okay.
It had waves. And I'm talking it's rolling water about this deep.
white cap it.
Yeah. That's no exaggeration.
It was the red flag out.
Oh, we was doing this anyway.
Okay.
So
That was like a beach reference there. I didn't know.
what was?
Red flag.
I got it. Go ahead.
I didn't. So there's 5 of us on a 2-person plastic boat, and we put it in this water right where you drive across. And I think we made it 50 yards in the boat.
Okay.
We hit a stump, a rock, something, and all 5 of us shot out this boat and into the water.
Okay.
Now, we had a truck sitting on Highway 70
Okay.
where
You're hopefully come out at.
the creek goes under the road. And now I never got back in the boat. And I mapped it out. I used Google Earth, try to find the information. And it's a little over 3 miles.
So you body surfed us.
No, I swam, floated, tried to hang on to the boat, got thrown into a bunch of trees. It beat me up pretty good. Now, like I said, there's 5 of us.
Okay.
2 of them was able to get back in the boat.
Okay.
I remember I never did get back in the boat. But you get a flooded, I mean, there's a river at that point. You get beat up. You're getting slammed into trees where
You don't have, like whitewater raft and you got helmets and.
No, we didn't have nothing.
All right.
Now, we got to the point where I could see the bridge we was getting out of, but I couldn't keep my head above the water. Like I was just so exhausted that I could not keep my head up. And I slowly made it to the edge. But at that point in the creek, it's deep.
Okay.
And I mean, it is everything I had to get myself up and out of the water. And I laid there. I couldn't get up. I couldn't move.
Did you have blue jeans and boots?
Jeans, boots, shirt.
I figured.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know anything, no.
And those jeans, they love getting wet, don't they?
Oh, yeah, they get heavy.
Yeah. Boats fill up with water.
You probably just let your boots on, but you still had your boots. They didn't float away.
Yeah. But, yeah, I thought that was the end in the water before, because I couldn't get myself over to the bank.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't keep my head up. And I thought, here we go.
Yeah.
When you hear stories, like I said earlier, people drowning all the time.
Yeah. We just had a buddy of mine. He didn't make it. He jumped off the back of the boat and that was it.
Yeah. I mean, something silly, I'm going to say,
All right.
that people do all the time.
Yeah.
And they ain't with us no more.
Yeah.
And here I am doing all this stuff, and somehow I'm still here to tell the story.
That means
For something.
yeah. God's got a better plan for you.
Yeah.
We went to Green River Lake one time in high school, a bunch of us, and out on boats, and there's a good spot, I reckon, for jumping off cliffs.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really a big fan of it. We got it. We jumped out of the boat and we swam to shore. You take your life jacket with you. We scaled up these rocks. So there was a trail and you went up and you got up there and you walk out. You're standing on a little rock and it's whatever, 20, 30, 40 feet to the bottom. I dropped my phone again.
Put it in your pocket.
Well,
Just put it in your pocket.
I didn't like
It's the 3rd time.
That's brand new too. Don't break that.
Well, it's in a OtterBox case.
That don't mean nothing.
Anyway, we sit up there and I wasn't going to jump. And I thought, Because I used to be afraid of heights pretty bad. And
Yeah.
I ain't done it. A couple of them had already jumped. They're down there. Come on, boy. Ain't done it. I'm going to walk back. Then this girl jumped. She ran and jumped. I thought, well, she can do it. I can do it.
He's got to do it.
I got to do it now.
All right.
They're hollering at me,
I said more power to her.
chanting for me. I don't know what they saying. They might have been saying my name. There was boats coming up from all over the world, coming up the same.
And he's probably big as this mic thing, right?
Oh, yeah. Josh
skin
was a bean pole.
So I did it. Well, what you do is you throw your life jacket out
And jump on top of
and
that.
you jump to it.
You didn't do that, did you?
I did.
Oh.
You don't jump onto it. You kind of grab it as you go down. And they say, as soon as you hit the water, start kicking. I did it. Nothing bad happened. But you look back at any given time, there could be a log laying there. They could be a rock.
Yeah.
Anything. I mean, it could have died just like that.
We were in Oklahoma. I guess it's been a couple years ago. I went and preached a teen camp in Oklahoma, and they had I guess a little river, nothing real big, but I mean they had a big old cliff with a rope swing. I'm like, nah, buddy, I'm too old for that. I'm a big dude. The bigger I didn't have the upper body strength to hold on.
Yeah.
But no, I'll tell you, I've got some stories about dealing with water and boats like that.
We'll get to it another time. Me and Tanner, we've been canoeing before.
Yeah.
Don't do canoeing with this one.
One,
No, don't.
I mean, you flipped the boat just as much as I did.
No.
We went in the water just as much as you did.
Right.
If I remember right, we flipped 7 times, and I watched Josh do it. I mean, the majority of the time, Josh flipped on purpose.
We was going right into some bras, and I didn't want to get.
I remember I was in the front just on one of the occasions. I'm in the front. We're going down this little canal where it had a rock bar in the middle. It's this little current. So we're going along. I grab a bra, put it over me, set it behind me, and then all of a sudden, Josh did not want to touch the bra, so he just grabbed the side and flipped the canoe.
Yes.
By the time we got to where we was getting out,
All right.
there was a hole in the bottom of it bigger than a quarter, and it was cracked halfway up it. We was having to stop every quarter mile to empty the water out.
Me and Marlena, we went canoeing up in Indiana, and this is pre-kids. We were up there with the church, and we were either canoeing along, and we flipped. I don't know if she flipped it or I flipped it, but in the canoe we had the cooler full of food.
Yeah.
When we fell out, I said, we gotta grab the food.
Yeah,
And
that's the important thing.
and she got mad because I did ask how she was doing,
Yeah.
if she was okay, but I was more concerned about that food than her.
Yeah.
She didn't care. She's like, you don't care about your wife. You just care about eating food. What's I do? Is that staying cold? That's
It's
the best.
cold on the outside.
It's the best.
It's got to be cold on the inside.
What if it turns into ice? That's the best Christmas present anybody's ever got, Hill.
Aside from underwear.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go ahead and do this last one.
Yeah, and then we'll wrap it.
Yeah, let's see here. So
We're
we're hitting 53 minutes.
the rest of this take us to about maybe an hour. So I don't know if you know or not, but I had a motorcycle
You had a motorcycle.
for
This is your second motorcycle.
How many have you had?
This will be your second
I'm
motorcycle.
talking about the little bitty bag.
That was a motorcycle.
Is that the one that he wrecked? Josh wrecked it.
Yeah, I wrecked it. Go ahead.
Oh, we both wrecked that thing on how many times?
A little tractor supply special.
Yeah, this
Okay.
one he's talking about is a 212 cc motor on this little bitty thing that we were both double the size of what it was capable of.
Yeah.
But we rode it everywhere.
Like Dumb and Dumber, right?
Yeah, pretty much same thing. Now the one I'm talking about
Okay.
was my first motorcycle
The hog.
Oh yeah.
that whenever I agreed to purchase it from my buddy, I was told it was an 800 cc.
Okay.
So it's a good beginner bike.
Okay.
And when I got up there to buy it is whenever we figured out that he told me $800 and it's a 1500.
Oh, okay.
And it's got a lot
So
more
like
power.
double the power.
Exactly.
Okay.
A lot more power than you want to be when you learn how to ride one.
Yeah, because taking care, especially this ain't flat land out here.
No, it's nothing but hills and curves.
All right.
So I buy it for $800 and took carburetors off of it, got them cleaned up to where it'd run. And I had never driven a motorcycle before in my life.
Okay. So were you getting ready to get your permit?
I had my permit,
Okay.
I think. I think I'd done the written test already.
Okay.
So I put the carburetors on it one morning. I'm working second shift. So I get up early one morning, put the carburetors on, and I fired up. And I drove it through my yard around the house twice. And I thought, I'm going to work.
Okay.
So I threw my helmet on and I bought this little jacket, leather jacket, threw it on. And I took off to work. Never rode one before in my life. And I almost died. I don't know how many times. Wreck. I mean, it's hard to figure out the steering if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
But I had this thing for about 2 years. Ended up trading it off, regret it. Wish I had it back. But I'm coming home one night.
Okay.
From work. I get off work at 1:30, so let's just call it 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming down from Danville. You know where DJ's gas station is?
Maybe pass it.
If you know where Houstonville is.
Yeah.
The next gas station on your right. You're going toward Danville.
Okay.
Top of the hill, around past Bart's store,
Okay.
gas station on the right,
Okay.
next to Subway.
All right.
Okay. I know where Subway's at.
So I'm coming down toward Houstonville from Danville. And I'm coming up on, I'm going 65, maybe 70.
Okay.
And one of the boys I work with, he's out in front of me. I'm kept catching up to him because he drives like a grandpa. He drives like 50 or 55.
Well, it is a speed limit.
Yeah. So
You drive a speed limit.
he's
So
driving the speed limit and I don't. So I'm coming up behind him and I know it's him because he's got a brand new Chevrolet.
okay.
And so I just kick it down into fourth gear and put her to the, I guess you call it, to the floor. I turned it all the way. And I come out around him right at the gas station.
Okay.
And I pass and I wave and I decide, let's see what this thing will do. Because, I mean, I'd had it fast, but I don't know how fast. Couldn't really
That's
take
pretty
it.
good, and that's a pretty good stretch, flat stretch.
Oh, yeah. I kicked that thing down, cobbed on it, got around him. I didn't have a windshield on it then. I took it off. So once you get so fast above 85, you're starting to come down to try to keep the wind from pulling you back. I kicked it in the fifth and I just kept in it. And I don't know when I let off of it. I think it was about the curve down there, if I remember right.
So
right,
you're
right
really
past
pretty
that
good.
church. I was running 95 mile an hour
Okay.
and I decided to let off and my back tire blew out.
Yeah.
95 mile an hour, I let off and the whole bike just starts doing this. And it's a going, I thought the bearings had shot or something. And I tried hitting the brake,
Yeah.
made it worse. I tried going to emergency lane, made it worse. The only thing I could do was hang on as tight as I could.
Pray and pray.
I pulled that clutch in. Well, I wasn't praying. I couldn't think of that quick. But I was holding it as hard as I could.
All right.
But looking back, I've talked to people who ride bikes and have for a long time.
So you didn't flip it or anything.
No, I wrote it out.
How?
I've talked to people who ride bikes.
Right. You should tell
I've
them.
had two of them tell me, since you didn't have hold of them handlebars, somebody else did.
Yeah.
And my guardian angel's on 24/7 on the call, I guess.
All right.
But somebody else had to hold him handlebars.
Right.
Because I'm going down the road and the entire bike is doing this. And I'm trying to hold this thing straight. And I end up coasting all the way to 78.
Okay.
It used to be.
So that's kind of downhill, right?
Yeah. So once I hit, I think I was running about 40 whenever I started coming over the hill into Houstonville. And I didn't touch the brakes. I was just going to let it coast. I was going to stop at the store.
So you didn't put it on the side or slide down or
Never once come off the tires.
so you just put your feet down until you stop.
No, I had my feet on the floorboard.
Just like you drive.
I held death grip until it stopped. And somehow I did not wreck. But I come to a stop there at the 78,
Right.
Highway 78, and I stepped off. And I mean, if you had seen me, I'd probably been white as a ghost. I scared
How
me.
shaken were you? Like,
I was pretty shook up.
you need some new underwear.
But I'm trying to figure out like what's wrong with my bike.
All right.
Because I didn't know tire blowed out.
Oh, okay.
I get to look and I was like, well, man, my tire's flat. I'll go air it up. Well, the boy I had passed is now coming up on me.
All right.
Well, he sees me turn in. Apparently, he just thought I'd turned on that road to go home. He just gone. So I pull up to the gas station there.
Yeah.
I go put air in it. Oh, where's my valve stem? Can't see it, so I roll the bike forward, and I'm looking, and I see a hole where the valve stem should have been. But I'm guessing whenever I got up to that fast, it might have been dry rotted,
I just gotcha.
just ripped off.
Well, that was in your front tire.
Oh, if it had been my front tire, I would have been dead.
Yeah.
But here I am, 2 o'clock in the morning.
And then we're back to hitchhiker stories.
Hang on now. So
Pizza Bob.
I'm sitting there at the store.
You get on pizza. I got motorcycle.
Hey, I've got the phone, and it's charged. But who's awake?
Right.
Because, I mean, we've got 2 kids at the house. Kaylee's asleep with the kids. And I'm sitting there like, well, I could call my buddy that I work with. He lives close to me. He's probably close.
Is that the one that just passed you?
No, I didn't have
Okay.
his number time. I got it the next day, though. I was going to call him, but I was like, no. He told me he's got to get up early in the morning.
So he's going to be.
So I'm not going to bother him. So I sat there like, do I wait until like 4 or 5, let Kaylee sleep for a while? My phone, like I said, it was charged up, but it wasn't charged all the way up. I'm talking, it was probably 20, 30%. And
That's dead to me.
yeah, well, not to me. I'd kill that thing multiple times a day. But I remember at 2:15, I was like, well, I've got to call her. I've got to get this thing home. And I called, woke her up, and she was mad.
Of course she is. You're on the bike to begin with.
I didn't tell her I bought the bike either till I done bought it. She was not happy with me.
Oh, yeah. I've done that recently.
So
I didn't do on a bicycle.
I
Oh.
Oh yeah. I called her. She got her up. She gets kids up, gets them in the car, comes gets me.
Okay.
Well, I have to leave the bike there. So I get in the car. I drive us home. I hooked the Jeep, or I got the kids, her in the house, got the Jeep, hooked it to the trailer, went all the way back up there, loaded it up. And if you've never pushed a motorcycle, it weighs 700 pounds with a flat
All
tire.
right. You really need like a winch, right?
Not easy.
Yeah.
So I got it up there, and then you got to strap it. And that thing's not fun to strap by yourself because you need it standing up. You don't want it sitting over.
But I figure like at 3 o'clock in the morning, get that back at it.
I had that thing strapped down tight on the kickstand.
Did you do the little flick?
Yeah,
sure it's
every time. Every time.
That ain't going nowhere.
But I got that thing home, and it set for a good month or 2
Yeah.
because motorcycle tires are a lot more expensive than car tires.
Yeah.
And I
I found the
finally,
guy you bought it from that changed them out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you
But-
found out the hard way.
But I got another tire on there, kept it for a while. Almost a couple of other times I got close to wrecking, but that one right there,
He learned that
It
they
scared me
had to go
to death.
fast. And the good thing about a motorcycle is you really can't pick up a hitchhiker.
I had a back seat.
You can.
He's picky with who he picks up.
I am now. I almost took Josh for a ride from his house over to here.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to. I hadn't had it that long.
I've never been on a motorcycle.
I want one bad. So
have-
bad.
I love never been on a dirt bike. I think it looks cool.
I have zero desire for 2 things in my life: tattoos and a motorcycle.
And 3 things, sports.
I mean, I'd play a sport before I got a tattoo or a motorcycle.
I don't like sports.
And none of y'all like sports down here. Y'all weirdos. Didn't you tell me one time I guess a buddy had a dirt bike?
Yeah, it's right down the road here. I wasn't going to tell the story,
Oh, okay. My bad.
but I'll tell it since you want to hear it. Since they want to hear it. Through Bacon, buddy down the road there had a dirt bike. He was good on dirt bikes, and I'd never been on one. I said, let me try that thing. He explained to me how to do it, how to clutch, shift gears and whatnot. I'd only ever rode a four-wheeler he just had a foot shifter, no clutch, or anything like that. And I got on it and took off and went across the yard, across the road, into the ditch, and running right beside of a fence. I wasn't on the road anymore. I was running down the edge of the fence there and had to work it back up on. I was shifting and whatnot, and
How'd that go?
I don't remember. I was shifting and I got up on the road, and all of a sudden, like you pushed the nitrous oxide button,
That power band keeps there.
band, and nobody ever said anything about power band. And I don't know how it looked, but I feel like I was doing a Superman. I feel like my feet were sticking off the back, and I was just, and I let off of it, whatever. I get down there at the end of the road, and I go to turn around, and I killed it. And I don't remember if I started and rode it back or if I pushed it back. I don't remember.
I can see this leaving and walking.
But I told him, I said, "No, I ain't doing that again." But now I would ride with him,
Okay,
me and him both.
that's cute.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber style on the dirt bike. There ain't no seat.
Yeah, no.
But I remember going across Shane's yard down there, and it's kind of got some humps in it. And I'd come up off that seat whenever we hit them humps, and the boy down, he didn't care. He just, I'd hang on to him, and I'd come up and up, and
Now,
we went, go ahead.
so I remember the first time I rode a dirt bike, 2-stroke. Like you said, no one tells you.
Yeah.
And you going through the yard.
It just kicks in on you or
Well,
something?
with a 2-stroke, it doesn't have a spark plug. It runs off compression.
Okay.
So once everything, you can take off and it
So you
just
just build up
runs.
so much pressure up or something?
Once you build up so much pressure in the exhaust and everything just gets good, like running right,
Yeah.
it's like Josh said, it's like you hit the nitrous oxide, it just gone.
It's like Star Wars effect.
But kind of, yeah. They hit
Yes.
the button and shing.
Never watched Star Wars.
Well, I've seen videos too, but
We got a lightsaber.
there was
It's like where I was like driving in the snow and turn your brights on.
you was talking about your legs, you didn't know where they was. First time I got on one, I'm going out through the yard, that thing hit, it come up like this, and my legs went out.
Yeah.
Just legs are out like this. I'm holding on, and I mean that thing was standing straight up going across the yard.
Yeah.
Scared me to death.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Well, it's getting kind of late here on the January 1st of 2025, right?
Where you better release this, Jake.
I know.
Yeah. We're gonna get off of here. I guess it's getting late. I gotta go home.
Real fast. It's the new year. Any goals you want to try to see the hit this year in the new year?
I'm gonna try to make more money this year.
$5 instead of $1.
I'm gonna go camping some more.
Yeah.
We're going to the beach. We're going to Tampa.
Hey, we
in
should
June.
an episode from the beach. I'll come down.
Well, you're not. I mean,
I'll come down. I'll
I'm
fly
gonna fly down to Tampa just for an episode.
Just for a podcast.
because our sponsor's gonna pay for it.
There you go.
We'll see what she says. She's the only one we got.
25 new. If you're looking for I'll plug these people here real quick. Freedom Fitness here in Liberty.
There you go.
I go there every morning.
Who just goes for the sauna?
Something I need to do.
CrossFit class is fun. I go to the 6 a.m. class, and they're local, great owners, but they're Liberty Fitness there. Freedom Fitness.
Freedom Fitness in Liberty.
In Liberty.
So that's something I need to do to lose weight this next year.
You and me both.
I'm up to 300 pounds.
I think I'm gonna hit the carnivore diet to try that out.
There you go.
And that was a funny. Y'all told me a little story about, Tanner, who was bigger, remember? I got on the scale and
Yeah,
Tanner won, right?
Tanner's bigger than me as far as fat goes.
Yeah.
As far as good.
Look, I carry it good though.
So we're good.
I look good.
About 10 pounds of beard, though.
About 10 pound of beard. Josh never could grow a beard.
Okay, now let's get this white trashy thing going on. Like right here,
That's his disability. There's nothing. That's his disability.
I was thinking about you earlier. Remember that time you had to,
I do. Thanksgiving.
boy, Tanner had an open shirt on.
Was it B-cut?
He had some chest hair sticking out there, and I walked up and I pulled it, and I said, "What's that?" And he said,
Nothing you'll ever have.
"Something I'll never worry about," or something like that.
Yeah. We was in the middle of Cracker Barrel Thanksgiving.
He got me. It was pretty good.
That was.
Yeah. And I don't have much chest hair.
Yeah, Josh, for the longest time, was like a hairless mole or something. You could.
I got a few hairs.
All right.
Tell us real quick about Edward's tree.
Already did.
Not on this episode. That was last
Was
week.
that last week? Edward's Tree, based out of Liberty, Kentucky.
Oh.
Tree trimming, tree removal. Got a bucket truck, a chipper, skid steer. Do a little stump grinding every now and then. But that's my.
Hornet's nest removal.
I went and looked at one time. Would you go with me?
No, you told me about it.
Some woman called me, "Hey, do you remove hornet's nest?" And I said, "Nope." And I said, "But I'd like to come look at it." And it wasn't a nest. They was in a tree. Oh, they was going in they was like a knot hole in a limb, and they were going in that limb. And I said, "Nothing I can do about that. Wait till wintertime, cut the limb off."
Cut the limo, burn.
That would be my fear. You cut a tree, like sun come bees or something.
That'd be right.
But anyway,
Well, that's a story for another.
yeah.
A family of
I've got
raccoons.
that topic too, stings and bites.
Okay.
But hey, if you need a tree cut,
Yeah.
if you need a free estimate, I'm fully insured. I didn't mention that last week.
I thought you weren't fully insured.
No, I'm fully insured.
You said earlier you wasn't.
I said I wasn't licensed.
Oh,
I've never had the need to be licensed, so
Okay.
why pay for
he's
it?
got his driver's license.
I've got a driver's license,
It's probably expired like everything else. But 2025, new you, new tags.
new tags. Yeah, I got But anyways,
These are pretty.
tree service. That ain't me.
You okay, Taylor?
I hear you breathing.
I'd been able to hear myself breathe this whole time.
Boy, it sounded like over here. So, anyways, you need a tree looked at, free estimate, give me a call, 606-706-7256. I'm on Facebook, Edwards Tree, TikTok.
Yeah.
Check us out. Give me a call.
Check her out.
And if you get thirsty, go get you some vintage honey lemonade.
Yes.
Look them up.
Look her up. She'll do custom orders, all that fun stuff. I'm cold.
I'm cold too. That's why I'm trying to get out of here. You all have a good evening.
All right.
Merry late Christmas and Happy New Year. We'll see you at Easter.
Yep.
Yep.